A massive 36-foot-long creature moves through the pitch-black abyss, its body shimmering in silver as it undulates smoothly through the deep, dark water. This is the oarfish. It's the longest bony fish on the planet. They live in the twilight zone, 3,000 feet down, where the water pressure alone would crush a human skeleton like a soda can. But here's the craziest part. To survive, they eat themselves. It's called autotomy. Basically, self-amputation. When they're stressed or starving, they just drop their tails. They ditch half their body to stay alive. That's why almost every oarfish we find is missing its back half. A monster-sized creature with 0 teeth, it just drifts vertically, filtering plankton through skin covered in silver guanine powder. Touch it, and your hands will look like they're covered in stardust from another galaxy. So, how does a beast from the deep end up in human hands? It's a jackpot that no fisherman ever wants to win. On a trawler off La Jolla, California. Here's the thing. Nobody, not freedivers, not commercial pros, actually hunts oarfish. They're bycatch. Uninvited guests that crash a fish hunt. Look at the size of that thing. Back in 1996, it took 15 Navy SEALs at Coronado just to lift a 23-foot specimen that washed up on the sand.
My God, look at the size of the thing.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm taking a movie of it.
The odds of running into this sea serpent while diving or casting a line are lower than winning the Powerball. When this messenger from the sea god shows up, you don't call a regular chef. You call the guys with the scalpels and the latex gloves. Harasumi is a pro with 20 years in deep-sea research. Right now, he's holding a number 10 scalpel. Today isn't about dinner. He's reading a book written in bone and blood. Can you hear that? That's not the firm thud of tuna steak. That's the sound of water. Oarfish meat is 80% liquid. It's mushy, translucent, like a giant vibrating block of jello. One by one, the organs come out: a stomach full of krill, a tiny brain, and a long, fragile spine. Every slice is a journey into a world where sunlight has never touched. An alien structure, a biological mystery. Could this jelly-like flesh actually be a luxury delicacy? Or is it just a soggy disaster on a plate? Chef Hiroshi has spent 3 decades in Tokyo's Michelin-starred kitchens. Now he's facing the weirdest challenge of his career, turning a doomsday fish into a masterpiece. First up, sashimi. The slices are pearly white and shimmering, but when it hits your tongue, it doesn't melt like toro. It's got a light, springy chew, a sweetness born from the crushing pressure of the deep. Next, the skin. Cleaned of slime, blanched in boiling water, and drizzled with ponzu. That crunch when you bite down makes Hiroshi smile. A rare plate like this, you're looking at about $150. From deep frying to salt grilling and even a rich bone broth, Hiroshi uses 100% of this legendary creature. Zero waste. The result is a feast that tastes like 1,000 years of folklore. The oarfish might be a bad omen in the legends, but on Hiroshi's table, it's a tribute to survival. So, are you brave enough to take a bite of the apocalypse? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's go find the next monster. Clear eyes, firm flesh, perfect freshness. It all starts with a razor-sharp blade. Slice behind the gills, cut along the spine. Let the tip of the knife glide right over the bone. Pull it apart. A clean V-cut to lift out the pin bones. There it is, 4 beautiful fillets. That's just $1 per serving. The bones and the head? Save those for a rich stock. Zero waste here. But being fresh isn't enough. These cuts need a little magic to really shine on the dinner table. Raw mackerel is great on its own, but a quick soy cure? That takes this budget fish to a high-end omakase level. Meet Chef Jonesy, a master with the knife. Today, he's putting together a cured nigiri. We start with daikon radish, cut into 1 to 2 inch blocks, sprinkle on some salt. Let it sit for 30 minutes to draw out the moisture. Pat it dry, shave it paper thin. Then, soak the slices in a 1-to-1 mix of sugar and vinegar. A squeeze of yuzu juice, and your crunchy topping is ready. Now for the soul of the dish, the soy cure. Mix 2 parts light soy sauce, 1 part mirin, and a touch of grated ginger. Light soy keeps the color bright and won't overpower the fish. The mirin balances out the salt. Lay the shime saba fillets in the sauce, flesh side down. Fish skin doesn't soak up flavor well. Give it 5 to 10 minutes. No more. The texture is already nice and firm. Time to assemble. Shape the rice. Lay the fish on top. Add a touch of that sweet and sour radish. Some slivers of shiso leaf. Finish with toasted sesame seeds. A little tart, perfectly savory, crunchy, fresh. Every bite is a masterclass in contrast. This nigiri is a traditional masterpiece, but forget tradition for a second. Are you ready for the twist that's breaking all the rules? It's an absolute lightning bolt for your taste buds. Don't just sit there, tap the screen and see why the pros are obsessed. Deep beneath the blue, there's a biological machine so perfect, it's almost terrifying. But this isn't just a fish. It's a prisoner of its own speed. Meet the yellowfin tuna. This creature is sentenced to a life of perpetual motion. See, if it stops for even a second, it suffocates, period. To fuel that kind of intensity, it uses a specialized blood network called the rete mirabile, a biological furnace that keeps its muscles burning at 95 degrees Fahrenheit, even in the freezing depths. With eyes that lock onto targets like a fighter jet's radar and a hydraulic fin system that kills any drag, this thing hits 50 miles per hour. When you've got one on the line, you aren't just catching a fish. You're trying to stop a freight train with no brakes in the middle of the ocean. Buckle up. We're heading into a moment as high stakes as a Super Bowl final, where the loser loses everything, and the winner walks away with the most precious ruby in the sea. In the waters off San Diego, today we're ditching the industrial nets. No scooping up tons of fish at once. Doing this the fair way. Check out these guys on the rail. No winch, no fancy lures, just a heavy-duty bamboo pole and a hell of a lot of rhythm. It's a dance of muscle and precision. One wrong move, that barbless hook comes flying back at your face like a bullet. But here's the thing, operating a boat like this in 2024 is a gamble. With fuel prices hitting record highs, a light haul turns into a $1,000 financial nightmare. Then a super cow shows up, 200 pounds plus. Suddenly, the bamboo pole isn't enough. That's when switch to rod and reel, modern tech with a drag system that costs thousands. The reel screams like a chainsaw as that fish peels off 300 feet of line in seconds. We're 3 hours into the fight now. Mike's soaked in sweat and salt, leaning into a harness that's seen better days. It's man versus machine versus nature. When that yellowfin finally givers up and hits the surface, the tension is unreal.
Wow! Yeah, baby, look at that. That's a magnificent looking fish.
Nice barrel shape.
Oh, just awesome stuff. I reckon we might be able to lift him up and let him go, you reckon? Woo!
Beautiful. He's going to tagging him down, so if anyone ever catches him, you know where he comes from, we're going to try.
Hold it in the tail, ready, set, go! Oh. Whoa. Bit of a sliding esky. You guys got him? Quickly.
Yeah, I got him.
Let's go move this. Get a shot.
Oh, no, re-stick him.
Got him?
Can you? Yeah, I got him.
Get him out of here, get him. God damn it. Help, mate. There you go.
I got caught on the rock. Watch, Mike. Oh, shit. Woo! Reel your fingers up.
Real.
Picking up the slack. You see, y'all got it. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, how pretty.
The battle's won, but the real race, it starts the second that fish hits the deck.
Thank you, buddy.
On the cold stone table, the tuna knife, first cut, from the tail to the fins, then the gills. The steel slides right through, separating the head from that massive frame. Then, we peel back skin as thick as a cow's hide to reveal the akami, flesh so red it looks like a ruby. That's the hallmark of grade number 1 quality. Every slice here is a math problem. One bad move can wipe $200 off the value of that toro belly fat. In the hands of a master, this wild monster is transformed into perfect red cubes. Pure, zero waste.
有，煎的也有。你这煎来使啊？你煎来使啊？对啊。那个就是这种的，唔是，是啊。哎，啊头是我问，即马这个啊。
So you think you've got the secret formula to the ultimate yellowfin experience? This is where the ocean's violence gets tamed by fire and herbs. We're starting with the smoked yellowfin. Smoke from the pit boss wraps around the meat, mixing oak wood with the salt of the sea. The speed demon that was tearing through the water at 50 miles per hour is now perfectly still. The circle is closed. From a desperate breath at 650 feet deep to a masterpiece on a plate. It's a journey of sweat and absolute flavor. Herb tuna steak. Those red akami slabs are crusted in garlic and fresh herbs. When they hit the cast iron, magic happens. Look at that texture, seared on the outside, but the center? Still a raw, juicy ruby. This is the beef of the sea. We all know yellowfin is the gold standard, but do you think a so-called common fish like the black drum could ever hold a candle to it if prepped the right way? Would you ever swap your tuna steak for a piece of drum?
I usually go down the backbone. Okay.
With black drum, cut-proof gloves aren't an option. They're a requirement. This 40-pounder is a literal fortress.
They look like guitar picks.
Well, it's a big fish. Now this is about a
40
pounder, and already in the last couple of days we've had a couple of 80 pounders, which is twice.
Look at these scales. Big as guitar picks, tough as bone. A weak blade will give up in inches.
All right, now as you're doing this, I'm just taking a guess here. You doing this standard the way we usually do it, like
down the backbone, then we swap. Heavier steel now.
I usually use 2 different kinds of knives. I use a regular fillet knife to go down the backbone and stuff. And then
Why? To save the best part most folks throw away. The drum ribs, an Eastern Shore legend. Thick, meaty, chopped into sections. Now be ruthless with that bloodline. Trim it all.
In our 30-year career, we have not done a whole lot of actual drumming, but here on the shore, it's a big stuff.
we put them on the grill,
Wow.
smoke them, either any which way. Yeah.
Cut out the belly,
Yep.
all around. Doing a nice clean job there on the light coming right around there.
Yeah.